Good morning, class 5 students. I hope you all are fine. After a long gap, I'm going to teach your science subject today. I hope you have done all the works that you are asked to do before lockdown. We have finished your science up to chapter number 3. So you were asked to do some extra questions which were given by me in the class. If you have any doubts regarding these questions, if you haven't done some works of this chapter, then you can ask me. You can text me in the WhatsApp also the particular question. So today we are going to learn the lesson number 4, that is nervous system. So my dear students, this video may get long, so I try to explain this in short. Actually, you have learned about the different organ systems of our body. I already taught you there are 8 organ systems in our body. They are respiratory or breathing system, digestive system, muscular system, skeletal system, nervous system, circulatory system, then after reproductive system and excretory system. These are the organ system of our body, and yeah, I already told you about these different organ system of our body in your previous class whenever I have taught you before lockdown. So today in this chapter you are going to learn about the nervous system. Sorry. So in this chapter you are going to learn about brain, spinal cord, nerves and sense organs which are directly associated to this nervous system. So you can see this chapter in your page number 31 of your science book. So nervous system, most important system in our body is nervous system. A system which helps us to control all the senses of our body is called nervous system. Nervous system help us to think, learn, remember, feel, hear, see, smell, run, walk and do any work. Without it, we are like a dead person who can breathe in and out but no sense of to do any work. So nerve system or nervous system mainly made up of brain, spinal cord and nerves. So it is the very important system of our body. It helps to control all the senses of our body. You know there are 5 sense organs in our body. They are eyes, nose, ear, tongue and skin. These sense organs help us to know about our surroundings. These make us aware of our surroundings. So they just send the uh, messages to the brain, and brain orders the muscles and bones to act accordingly with the help of these nerves. There are several types of nerves. You will learn later regarding these nerves which are found in our body. So nervous system mainly made up of brain, spinal cord and nerves. So let us learn first about our brain. So brain is a delicate organ of our body. It lies inside the hard and bony skull which protects it. It is also called the master organ of our body. It sends us all information to do any work. Without brain movement, we like a dead person. It is made up of nerve cells. The average weight of the brain varies from 1.25 kg to 1.4 kg from individual to individual. The brain has 3 main parts: cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. So my dear students, brain is the very important part of our body. It is protected by the hard bony skull. Brain is very delicate organ. It controls all parts of our body. That is why we need to protect our head from getting injury, because if any part of the brain get injured, then our some part of our body may not function properly. So brain is the important part of our body, control unit of our body, which can control all over the all the activities of our body. And the weight of the brain varies from 1.25 kg to 1.4 kg from individual to individual. So brain also has three major parts. They are cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. So here cerebrum is most bigger in human beings than in animals. So especially cerebrum, one of the part of the brain, is bigger in size than other animals. That is why human beings are more intelligent than other animals. Even human brain is bigger than the elephant's brain. That is why human being can control all other animals, because human beings are considered as the intelligent animal in the world. So let us learn about cerebrum. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. It is dome shaped and has creases. You may say caters also. It means folds, many folds in the cerebrum. It is the very biggest part or largest part of the brain. It controls our memory, thoughts, intelligence and learning. So cerebrum helps to control all these things of our body, like memory, thoughts, intelligence and learning. It also controls the sense organs. It is the topmost part of the brain. So you can see there parts of the brain in the picture also. Now the second part of the brain is cerebellum. Cerebellum lies below the cerebrum. It is also called the brain, a small brain also. Cerebellum is the little smaller part of the brain. It is just lies below the cerebrum and it is also called a small brain. It coordinates the actions of our body, like it controls muscles and all the movements of our body. It also helps in balancing our body. Means we are standing on our two legs properly, it is due to the help of cerebellum. It helps to balance our body. Our body movement and action depends on cerebellum. Without it we cannot be movable. So cerebellum is the part which control in our movements which control our movements. So third part of the brain is medulla. Medulla, or the brain stem, links the brain to the spinal cord. It is the lower portion of the brain. The medulla control all the involuntary actions of the body, such as heartbeat, breathing and movements of walls of stomachs and intestines. So medulla oblongata is the brain stem which link the brain to the spinal cord. Spinal cord you have already learned. So this lower portion of the brain, medulla oblongata, control all the involuntary actions of the body, such as heartbeats, breathing and movements of walls and stomach and intestines. Involuntary actions, especially the actions which are not under our control. Involuntary means which are not under our control. They work as their own. So these all involuntary actions are under control of medulla oblongata. So these are the three main parts of the brain: cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata, and its function in our body. So medulla keep us working even when we are sleeping. So medulla oblongata helps to work throughout the life even if we are sleeping. Now next is spinal cord. So you have learned about the spinal cord earlier also. A thick bundle of nerves connected to the brain is called the spinal cord. Here is written card, just read as cord. Cord means I simply called in Nepali, that is dori, like dori. That is the thick bundle of nerves connected to the brain. Bundle of nerves, there are many nerves in our body which are just connected to the brain, and it goes through the spinal cord. So it goes downwards to the end of the backbone. It is well protected by the vertebrae of spine. So you have already learned about vertebral column. The spinal cord connects the brain to the rest of the body through thousands of nerves. These nerves forward messages to all parts of our body from the brain. It also controls reflex actions. So I already told you there are several types of nerves. You will learn it later. So these all nerves are connected to the brain through spinal cord, and these nerves carry messages to the brain and from brain to the different parts of the body. Now what is reflex actions? It controls reflex actions. So let us learn about reflex action. What does it mean? So some of human body's actions are automatic. We need not ask them to do work. It will do automatically. These automatic actions are called reflex actions. We do not have to think before doing them. In such cases, we need not order the muscles to do that all works. It happens automatically. We need not think to do it. So in such cases, the messages do not go to the brain, but this reflex actions. So all the messages do not go to the brain. The spinal cord is able to sense the danger and take actions quickly to avoid any damage to the body. So suppose you simply think of the action done by our hand. Suppose your hand is going nearby the fire. Before it get hurt, you take the hand back. We'll take our hands back. So these all are the actions that is done immediately, quickly. So such type of actions, whenever the sense organ senses some danger, it will send message to the brain. But these actions are just tackled by the spinal cord itself and take the actions quickly to avoid any damage to our body. So watering of the mouth and the sight of smell of food, blinking of eyes and sneezing are some of the example of reflex actions. So watering in the mouth whenever you see the tasty or delicious food in front of you, your mouth get watered. So whenever you blink eyes, you never think that I'll blink the eyes and then only blink. It happens automatically. And sneezing means hachungur in Nepali. So these are the example of reflex actions. Now nerves. We are going to learn about nerves. Nerves are the bundles of thin fibers which connect the brain with the other parts of the body. Nerves have a special role in our brain. Nerves are specially designed. They carry messages from all the parts of the body to the brain through a spinal cord and helps to do any work. So nerves are the bundles of thin fibers that connect the brain to the other parts of the body. It has a very vital role in our body. It helps to carry messages from the body parts to the brain and brain to the body parts. So there are three kinds of nerves. They are sensory nerves, motor nerves and mixed nerves. So let us learn in detail about these different types of nerves. There are three types of nerves, that is sensory nerves, motor nerves and mixed nerves. So sensory nerves, these nerves carry messages from the sense organs to the brain or spinal cord. It just takes the message from the body parts, from the sense organs to the brain, just to take message from sense organs to the brain or spinal cord. And motor nerves helps to carry orders from the brain to the spinal cord to the muscles and glands and advise them what they should do. That means it just brings the orders from the brain to the different parts of the body to take action quickly or to do some work. Sensory nerves carry message to the brain or to the spinal cord, whereas motor nerves bring back orders from the brain to the different parts of the body. Now what is the function of these mixed nerves? So mixed nerves carry messages to the brain also or bring orders back to the different parts of the body also. It does the both works, to carry message to the brain also and bring back orders also. But sensory nerves just carry message to the brain, whereas motor nerves just bring back orders from the brain. But mixed nerves does both the works, to carry message to the brain also and bring back order also. So actually this carry messages between the sensory nerve cells and the motor nerve cells. Now sense organs. So you have already learned sense organs in your previous classes also. Sense organs are important to our body. This helps to know about what's going around us. We have 5 sense organs in our body: eyes, ear, nose, tongue and skin. I already told you eyes help us to see, ear help us to hear, nose help us to smell, tongue help us to taste, and skin helps us to feel. These all give us the different senses and helps to know different things. These are oxygen of sight, hearing, smell, taste and feel. So our sense organs pass information to the brain by nerves. I already told you the messages are being taken to the brain by the sensory nerves from the sense organs. Thus the sense organs enable us to keep contact with our surrounding. That means it makes us aware about our surrounding. So let us learn how our eyes, sense organs work. First of all, eyes. The eyes help us to see. Our eyes and brain work together and make things visible. Eyes is a Eyes are a sensitive organ of our body. It is very precious to us. With eyes, uh, we can see our world. The round colored part of the eye is called iris. So there are different parts of the eyes you can see in the picture: retina, nervo optico, macula, choroid, sclera, cornea, iridoid pupilla, or you may say pupil also, crystallino, corpus ciliary, etc. These are the different parts of the eyes. So you may learn this all in detail in your senior classes also. So the round color part of the eyes that you can see is called iris. The hole in the middle of the iris is called pupil. Behind the pupil there is the lens that forms the images of objects you see on the retina, and there is an optic nerve at the back of the eye. It carries messages to the brain. So there is optic nerves at the back of the eyes which takes the messages to the brain. Whatever you see, it just take the message to the brain, and brain analyzes what you are seeing. So you can see there, when we look at any object, light from the object enters to the eye through the pupil. Then an inverted upside down image of the object is formed on the retina. You can see there, whenever you see the ball, the sunlight falls on the ball, and sunlight is reflected by the balls towards the eye. So I can see the object properly, eyes and making things visible there. So when you see the object, any object, light from the object enters to the eye through the pupil. So the sun's light reflected to the eyes. It just reflects the light of the sun towards our eyes, and lights enter into the eye through the pupil, and then inverted upside down image of the object is formed on the retina. Upside down means, suppose if you are seeing the standing person, the same image is formed on the retina upside down, means head down and legs up. The optic nerve carries message to the brain. The brain corrects the image quickly and we see the object in its real form. So it just sends the message to the brain, then brain correct the image and just see the correct or real form of the objects. We cannot see the object upside down. Whenever you see the standing person, you cannot see them just upside down, but the image formed in the retina is upside down, but it goes to the brain and brain corrects the image and shows the real objects. So ears help us to hear. It is also called the organs of hearing. Each ear has 3 major parts. Each part have their own special work. Ears parts are outer ear, middle ear and inner ear. The part of the ear that is seen outside is called the outer or the external ear. It catches the sound and sends it to the middle ear. The middle ear has the eardrum. So external ear that is called outer ear also, and middle ear and inner ear. These are the three parts of the ear. So external or the outer ear just catches the sound and send it to the middle ear, and middle ear has the eardrum. When the sound falls on the eardrum, it starts vibrating. It is like a drum. It just, whenever you beat the drums, it produces the sound. Similarly, when the sound enter into the ear, this eardrum starts vibrating. This vibration pass into the inner ear, and here the nerve send the signal to the brain, and the brain just analyze the sound and make us hear the sound properly. Now in this way, the nose help us to smell different types of smell. The nose contains millions of sensory cells which help us to understand fragrance and bad smell, foul smell. The especially fibers, it fibers the air and make it fresh. Actually not fibers, it filters. Especially air, this nose filters the air and make it fresh and pure and passes it to the respiratory system. It also filters the dust particles. Nose also help tongue to understand different types of taste. So my dear students, nose has many functions. It just filtered the air before it goes into our lungs. Especially whenever we breathe in air contains many types of germs, dirt, etc. These are being filtered by our nose, because nose contains several types of hair inside. These hairs help us to, this hair and some fluids, mucus, helps to filter the dirty air, and it just helps the air to purify and make it fresh and pure before going into the respiratory system. And it also helps us to understand the different types of taste. Sometimes you might have noticed, whenever you have cough and cold, at that time your nose get blocked. So whenever your nose gets blocked, at that time you may not you might have just felt that some foods are not tasted good, and you don't like to eat food because have no taste. So it is because of this what you call nose. Especially nose also helps to understand the different types of taste. So tongue, let us learn about the tongue also helps to know different tastes like sour, sweet, bitter, salty, hot. These are the different types of taste that our tongue filters. The tongue has thousands of tiny taste buds. Small bombs on the tongue are called taste buds. These taste buds taste the food as bitter, sweet, sour, and salty. Different taste buds are located at different parts of the tongue. We should always keep our tongue clean to make it understand the taste properly. Now next is skin. The skin covers the whole body. The skin covers our whole body. It helps us to feel heat, cold, pain, pressure, touch, etc. So this is the biggest organ system of our body, sense organs of our body, so which can feel all the external things like heat, cold, pain, pressure, and touch. It also protects the inside or the delicate organs from getting dirt, germs, and getting hurt. So these organs, these biggest or largest sense organs of our body is skin, which help us to know about our surrounding. The skin also has two kinds of glands, the sweat glands and sebaceous gland. The sweat glands throw out waste from the body in the form of sweat. Sebaceous glands secrete oils. We should clean our skin with soap and water daily. So this skin has small pores, uh, millions of pores in our body. These pores helps in sweating. These are also called sweat glands. Sweating means whenever your body gets warm, to maintain to regulate the temperature of your body, your this sweat glands just secretes or throughout the sweats, throughout the waste from our body in the form of sweat, which makes our outer part of the skin cool and keeps the body in proper temperature. In this way, the sweat glands helps our body. So sebaceous glands is also there for secreting the oils from our body. Our body is waterproof, so that whenever we get wet in the rain water or the well taking bath, this water do not penetrate in our body. Our skin is waterproof, so we need to clean our skin every day with soap and water. So my dear students, here ends your lesson number 4, the nervous system. So what we have learned, let us revise quickly. Nervous system controls all the sense organs. So the brain is the master organ of our body. Cerebrum is the topmost part of the brain. The nerves carry messages to and fro, means to the brain and from the brain, or between the brain and the body. The eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin are our sense organs. Nose filters the dust particles and skin protects the inside body from the dirt and germs, and involuntary muscles are also called smooth muscles. So we have learned all these things in this chapter. So let us quickly see these exercises. You have to do these exercises A, B, C, D, E, F, G in your copy, science copy, and show me later in the school along with your guardian. So let us learn this exercise number A. Take write the correct answer. I am going to give you the model answer of these questions, MCQ, multiple choice questions. Which gland throughout waste from the body? Sebaceous gland, sweat glands, white glands, or none of the above? That is sweat glands. We have learned just before. What are the name of the tiny birds present on tongue? They are also called taste buds. So number B is correct. How many sense organs in our body? There are 5 sense organs: eyes, ear, nose, tongue and skin. Number 4, automatic actions are called reflex actions. So we have learned this all in our chapter number 4 itself. So answer the short questions. What are the different taste buds of the tongue? What are the different taste buds of the tongue? Especially the particular taste buds name are not given over here. Different taste buds are located at different parts of the tongue. We should always keep the tongue clean. So what are the different taste buds of the tongue? Are maybe this is not correct answer. Maybe what are the different taste of the taste buds? Maybe this question is wrong. You can write like this: what are the different tastes that the taste bud of the tongue differentiate? You can write they are sour, salty, sweet, whatever given over there. You can just quickly check this topic, tongue. As this video is going on, so that I am just taking fast track to conclude this video. So number 2, write the different parts of the brain. You can write the different parts of the brain: cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. Number 3, what are the different parts of the nerves? You can see the different parts of the nerves. Maybe different types of nerves should be there. Different types of nerves are sensory nerves, motor nerves and mixed nerves. You can write what is the nervous system made up of. Nervous systems are made up of different types of nerves. So you can write these answers shortly. Answer the following questions. What are sense organs? You can see the sense organs are the organs which help us to know about the about this surrounding or outside world through the different sense organs like eyes, ear, nose, tongue and skin. So you can write answers in this way. What is the main function of the cerebellum? So you have already learned about cerebellum in the chapter itself. Cerebellum, the important function of the cerebellum is to balancing the body, and it helps our body movement and action. So mostly this is the main function of the cerebellum. The main function of the cerebellum is to balance our body and to help the body movement. Helps in body movement. That means without cerebellum it is not possible to move our body. So what is spinal cord? You have already learned the thick bundle of nerves that passes through the back is called, or that just goes to the brain, is called spinal cord. The spinal cord you have already done in your previous chapter also. What is the main function of eardrum in ears? So eardrum just vibrates whenever the sound falls on it, and then recognize the sound. So you can write your answers of your own just based on understanding of the chapter, and if you find any doubts regarding these answers, I will provide you model answers later on. So fill in the blanks. Brain is a dash organ of our body. Brain is the vital or important controlling organ of our body. You can just go through the book. Dash controls all the movement of our body. That is cerebellum controls all the movements of our body. Maybe cerebellum. Cerebellum controls all the movements of our body. Then after that is the lower portion of the brain. Medulla oblongata is the lower portion of the brain. Sneezing is an example of reflex action. And number 5, dash nerves carry messages to the brain and bring back orders. That is mixed nerves. So number E, fill in the true false. Write true for the following and false. True or false for the correct statement. Heart is the master organ of our body. That is false, because brain is the master organ of our body. That is correct. So number 1 is false. The hole in the middle of the iris is called pupil. That is also wrong, maybe, because the hole in the middle of the iris is called pupil. The hole in the middle of the iris is called pupil is the correct. That is correct. Number 2, the hole in the middle of the iris is called pupil. That is correct. Number 1 is false. Number 2 is true. The tongue has thousands of tiny hairs. No, that is wrong. Tongue won't have any tiny hairs, but they have thousands of tiny taste buds. Number 4, spinal cord is a thick bundle of nerves. Yes, this is true. Number 3 false. Number 4 true. And number 5, the part of the ears that is outside is called outer or the entered ear. That is wrong. Entered ear, no. Outer ear is correct. Or the entered ear. Entered is okay. You can write true ear. So number F, circle the odd one. Nose, leg, ear, eyes. So here all the words are sense organs, like nose, ears, eyes are sense organs, whereas leg is not sense organs. So circle the odd one, that is leg. Number 2, cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla, spinal cord. So cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata are the parts of the brain. So spinal cord is not parts of the brain. So encircle spinal cord. Number 3, eyes, sensory nerves, motor nerves, mixed nerves. So these sensory nerves, motor nerves and mixed nerves are the types of nerves. Eyes are odd ears. So these eyes encircle out. Number G, match the following columns. Column A, cerebrum. Cerebrum, that is memory and thoughts. Skin, feel cold and hot. Cerebellum, small brain. Eyes, optic nerve. Medulla, brain stem. And reflex actions, automatic actions. So you can match these columns also. So here ends our exercise. So you can do all these works in your science copy and show me. I'll try to give you extra questions later on. Thank you very much.